For Transit TV News, I'm Tom Davis. A Paris court has convicted the Church of Scientology of fraud and fined it more than $900,000, but stopped short of banning the group entirely.
An historic ruling in France concerning the Church of Scientology. A Paris court has convicted the Church of Scientology's French office, its library, and 6 of its leaders of organized fraud and fined it more than $900,000. But the court stopped short of shutting down the group as prosecutors had demanded. A finding that satisfies this Scientology official.
The court said that Scientology should continue in France. They said it. So that's right. For sure, that's right, you know.
Scientology's French branch says it will appeal the verdict. Meantime, French investigators say the group pressured members into paying large sums of money for questionable financial gain and used commercial harassment against recruits. 4 of the church leaders were given suspended sentences. The other 2 were given fines. Prosecutors had urged that the French branch of Scientology be dissolved and fined $3 million. The Los Angeles-based Church of Scientology was founded in 1954 by the late science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard. It's been active for decades in Europe, but has struggled to gain status as a religion. The original complaint in this case dates back more than a decade, when a young woman said she took out loans and spent $31,000 on books, courses, and purification packages after being recruited in 1998. When she sought reimbursement and to leave the group, its leadership refused. She was among 3 eventual plaintiffs. The Church of Scientology claims 10 million members around the world, including celebrities Tom Cruise and John Travolta. Myra Lopez, The Associated Press.
An Indiana man known as Mr. Toothpick spent years piercing together slivers of wood to create a stagecoach.
1.5 million toothpicks and $1,200 later, Terry Woodling of Warsaw, Indiana has his stagecoach. It took 15 years, but the 72-year-old is done through piecing together toothpicks, creating his masterpiece.
A little more than a toothpick length.
Woodling is known as Mr. Toothpick, making things from little wooden sticks since the 1980s, but nothing like a stagecoach as large as life. At one point, it almost all came crashing down.
I had a hoist in the ceiling. Well, I had this lifted up. I was going to move, and the hoist pulled out of the ceiling. And this thing come crashing down. I thought, oh man, that's the end of this deal.
But Mr. Toothpick's creation survived. Next stop, a museum. Lee Powell, The Associated Press.
8 American troops were killed in 2 separate bomb attacks Tuesday in southern Afghanistan, making October the deadliest month of the war for U.S. forces since the 2001 invasion to oust the Taliban.
The U.S. has reached a grim milestone in Afghanistan. The Pentagon says 8 more American troops were killed there Tuesday. That raises the death toll for October to 55, making it the deadliest month for the U.S. since the war began. Military officials aren't giving many details about the latest attacks, but they say the troops were killed in separate, complex bombings.
They did say the deaths happened during complex bomb strikes on patrolling troops. The complex designated the military use means that it's more than just a roadside bomb. Sometimes there's small arms fire, sometimes there's grenades involved. It means that there was more than just one bomb going on.
Afghanistan has become less tenable this year as insurgents tried to wrest more control from the government. The previous deadliest month was August, when 51 Americans were killed. This all comes as Washington debates sending more troops to Afghanistan. A decision on that could come in the ensuing days or weeks. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.